Okay, I do a lot of the old talk songs, like the Golden Guitar and a song called Old Doc Brown. You might remember this from a few years back. And it goes like this, called Old Doc Brown. Hank Snow had this out. Just an old country doctor in a little Kentucky town. Fame and fortune had passed him by, but we never saw him frown. As day by day, in his kindly way, he'd help us one and all. Many a patient forgot to pay, although Doc's fees were small. Although he needed his dimes, there were times when he did receive a fee. He'd pass it on to some poor soul that needed it worse than he. But when the Depression hit our little town and drained each person's purse, well, the scanty income of old Doc Brown just went from bad to worse. He had to sell all of his furniture. Why, he couldn't even pay his rent. So to a dusty room over a livery stable, Doc Brown and his satchel went. And on the hitching post below, to advertise his wares, he nailed a little sign that read, Doc Brown has moved upstairs. Well, there he kept on helping folks, and his heart was just pure gold. But anyone with eyes could see that Doc was getting old. Then one day, he didn't even answer when they knocked upon his door. Old Doc Brown was lying down, and his soul was no more. Well, they found him there in that old black suit, on his face a smile of content. But all the money they could find on him was a quarter and a copper cent. So they opened up his ledger. What they saw gave their hearts a pull. Beside each debtor's name, old Doc read these words, paid in full. Well, it looked like the potter's field for Doc. Now this caused us some alarm, till some member on the family graveyard out on the Simmons farm said old Doc's brought in 6 of our kids, and Simmons was a grateful cuss. He said old Doc's been like one of the family, so you can let him sleep with us. Well, old Doc should have had a funeral, fine enough for a king. It's a ghastly joke that our town was broke, and no one could give a thing. Except for Jones, the undertaker. Why, he did mighty well, donating an old iron casket they'd never been able to sell. And the funeral procession, it wasn't much. Grace, opera style.
Right there in the corner there. Yeah.
those wagon load of mourners, why they stretched out for more than a mile. Well, we breathed a prayer as we laid them there, to rest beneath the sod. This man who'd earned the right to be on speaking terms with God. Well, his grave was covered with flowers, but not from the floral shops. Just roses and things from folks' gardens, and one or two dandelion tops.
But you wrote the first 11 songs on that.
For the Depression had carried our new town hard, and each man carried a load. So some just picked the wild flowers as they walked along the road. Well, we wanted to give him a monument. Kind of figured we owed him one. Because he made our town such a place to live in, with all the good he's done. But monuments cost money. So we did the best we could. On his grave, we placed a monument of wood. Well, we pulled that old hitching post down, where Doc had nailed his sign. We painted it white, and to all of us, it certainly did look fine. Rains and snows have washed away all the white trimmings and paint, and there ain't nothing left but old Doc's sign, and even that's getting faint. Still, when the southern breezes caress our little town, and the pale moon shines through Kentucky pine on the grave of old Doc Brown. Well, you can still see that old hitching post